What are your biggest takeaways from the Blazers' play-in road win over the Suns?
Now we can talk about a statement game.
Uh-oh.
Deni Avdija made the All-Star team this year for the first time and went 25-7-7 for a team that finished 42-40 quietly, sort of snuck in. And in his first playoff game of his career, he goes for 41 at Phoenix, making 15 of 22 shots. And he threw in 12 assists, 7 rebounds and 12 assists on top of that, and completely outplayed Devin Booker in every way, shape, and form in Book's house. And even in the fourth quarter, with Joe mentioned the leads, but with 6:24 left at Phoenix, Phoenix is ahead 100-89. So they're up 11 with 6.5 minutes left. And Devin Booker ends up making 0 field goals in the fourth quarter. He did make 3 free throws for 3 total points. And Avdija had 14 points in the fourth quarter. And they do call him Turbo because he just goes all out every dribble, every game. And he led the NBA in drives, basket attacks. Nobody drove it. Even SGA drives it a lot, but he didn't drive it as much as this guy does because he just puts his head down and says, try to stop this at 6'8". And he's the energy of this team. They just feed off him. And I got to say this about Jrue Holiday. You want to talk about a leader and a basketball player. He's from out here in Southern California and basketball family. Everywhere he's been, good to great stuff happens. Rings happen in Milwaukee. Rings happen in Boston. And I'm not saying they're going to win a ring because they're going to have to deal with the San Antonio Spurs. But he's like a foundation of that team where you look in the locker room, you say, oh, Drew's on our side, and he's going to show you how to do this. And they were just the better team really all night long to me. And in the end, it's funny, they kept showing Dame over on the bench, civvies, and the bench is just going crazy. Avdija make another crazy drive shot, and everybody's jumping up and down. And Dame's, he's a little too cool for that, so he's just kind of doing this, right? But I'm thinking Dame is going on 36 years of age, and he's gone back to be the big fish in the pretty small pond in Portland. Well, next year, I don't know. Is there a new sheriff? Is it like, I'm thinking those two.
For sure.
Hey.
No, for sure. Yes.
Doesn't it feel like it's his team?
He's just there to be like,
shoot the three. Shoot the three.
Yeah, okay. Well, is Dame going to love that? Is he going to be cool with it? Is he going to be comfortable? Because Dame was the man for a long time in that little pond up there, right? So in the end, it just killed me that I'm a big Devin Booker guy, and that's unacceptable, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To have that kind of game and that kind of moment and you're favored at home, come on, man.
That's Phoenix to me, though. I feel like they always do that. Right. Yeah. I'm happy to see Portland playing well, and Jeremy Grant is in like a winning situation. I feel like he's been over there in Portland just riding away.
Yeah, riding away.
Like he always could have been like a player on a contender team for me, but they got something special over there. And them against your team, the Spurs, it's gonna be a good matchup. That's not no cakewalk.
No.
Portland is playing well. They on both sides. They're not afraid. I didn't even know Sharp was coming off the bench.
Yes, bro.
They're averaging 20 coming off.
Bro, they got killers.
That's crazy. And Grant came off. I'm saying. So, and they got length to deal with the Spurs. Is that the reason why Houston traded Green in for that situation?
I mean, I think we have to be honest. I mean, as the number one ducker of smoke, I was 1 versus 4 yesterday. I was the only one picked the Blazers.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, Stradamus always comes out picking the 100%.
God, you did it again.
Did it again and again. And you know, guys don't want to show up. I get it. I'm a little bit hasty sometimes. I'm the most hated for a reason. hate. But when you really watch the game, you can just see why people hate me, because I break the game down. I actually watch the games, and I do scouting reports with every single team. And the scouting report with Portland was, let's look at their roster. First, we talked about Jrue Holiday yesterday. I raved about Jrue Holiday. He is a guy that when you talk about playing basketball, I want him on my team. He does it all. What did he do in the first quarter? He set the tone. He really came out. He hit shots. He created space. He gave Deni a lot of the opportunities to do his thing. Everybody was ready. Kamara, when you talk about those guys over there, how Tiago has them actually ready to play and engage, you forget who's on the team. Scoot Henderson is on the team.
He is.
He played well. You look at Jeremy Grant. You look at Shaedon Sharp, Clingham, Donovan Clingham. Mr. Offensive Rebound. Mr. 7
He
foot.
led the league in offensive rebound.
You got guys doing things out there that you don't really look at. Then you got Deni, who's actually taking advantage of being the underdog, being underrated, having guys look at him like Dylan Brooks looking at Deni like, you ain't all that. I'm going to lock this up. All right, take this foul and sit your ass on the bench.
He did.
6 of them.
Much favorable whistle. A lot of people have complained about that as well.
6 of them. He's crafty.
Deni got one of the best whistles
He's
in the
called a
league.
European.
A Euro?
Call him a European.
Okay.
He's out there doing what Europeans do. Luka, Joker, and him. He is all NBA.
Get all the fouls.
Wow.
He is all NBA. 25, 7, and 7.
This year?
This year.
Did do that.
I'm talking about all NBA.
Remember we talked about who you got to move in, who you got to move out, who's available, who's not. Deni should be in there. This should have proved it. It's his first playoff appearance, 41, 12, and 7 on Devin Booker. And we talk about having the conversation about Devin Booker, right? I think what happened yesterday was an identity change. Who took 28 shots for the Suns? Jalen Green.
He did. Scored 35 points.
On 28 shots.
29, actually.
So we looking at, if you're looking at the game, it didn't look like the Devin Booker show.
No, it didn't.
Right?
Because he had Holiday on him, though.
It's not even that, because Devin Booker does Devin Booker things. And when you look at how many shots Jalen Green took and how he took those shots, it's coming off the snake screen at the top of the key. He's coming off and he's just taking those threes. Right? I'm looking at Devin Booker and I'm like, he missed 5 free throws, right?
Did 5. 8 for 13.
How much they lose by? And a lot of those free throws he was upset at.
Lost by 4 points.
But the coach for the Suns is not taking into account that Devin Booker is an all-star elite player that deserves the much needed attention in a series like this or in a game like this. You got to give him the ball, get him high early. You got to get him involved. You got to make sure that the defense adjusts to what we're doing for Devin. Now, I think truly that the management has told Jalen Green that this is going to be your team. Because ain't no other reason why you taking 28 shots in a game like this and we got Devin Booker.
But if you're Devin Booker, obviously Suns franchise player, how are you allowing that?
Did you see what he did at the end of the game?
I'm just saying.
What was that last shot? Did that last shot look like I'm Devin Booker, 2-dribble jump, I'm going to shoot this regardless?
No.
That did not look like that. That looked like the play is Devin. You're gonna draw 2 and you're going to kick it to Jalen. And that looked nasty to me.
And if you're Devin Booker and you see that play drawn, do you say, okay, coach? Or
man, imagine how he feels. Now, you know this feeling. You know you deserve to play, and you getting that, and then he not even looking at you. The coach not even looking at you for the play. He's like, this is what we're going to do. Hey, Devin, you're going to get it. You're going to drive it. You're going to kick it to Jalen. I'm going to do what?
He did it. He did it for that reason.
But if that...
I don't think they get it. They might not make the playoffs.
Who they got next?
The loser of the Warriors-Clippers game.
No, they won't. They won't.
They play the Clippers, they're not making the playoffs.
Either one of them. Even play the Warriors. Steph come back for the Warriors. It's tough.
So, Shaw, you talked about Deni. Let's talk about Deni Avdija real quick, the man known as Turbo. Made his first All-Star game this season, put up career highs in points, assists, and minutes played. Averaged 24, 7, and 7 in 66 games. Like you mentioned, stuffed the stat sheet in his first career postseason action. And I'll give you a little nugget here, neither here nor there. Obviously, they take on the Spurs the next round. He averaged 32, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists in 3 games against the Spurs. But Wemby did not play in any of those 3 games.
Okay.
And the Blazers 1-2 in those. But when you look at Deni, obviously first All-Star game, you think he's solidifying himself as a star in this league?
I do. Underrated, underdog, for sure. He was overlooked with the Wizards. They give up, in the NBA, they'll give up on you early before you can prove yourself. And I think the Blazers gave him another opportunity to try to, reemerge and reinvent himself as a player, give him an opportunity. I believe it was Chauncey that gave him his first real look and seen something in him that he can do multiple things. And if you think about it, back then, when he was drafted with the Warriors, Luka was just now coming into his own as far as being a 3-dimensional, can do this, this, and this, right? There's not a lot of guards that was really doing that. And so they didn't really believe that Deni was going to be like a Luka. And so fast forward, I'm not saying that he is a Luka, but he got Luka-ish in him. He's got talent. He's got talent. He can shoot it. He can draw fouls. He can finish. They all don't play no defense, so we get that part. But he actually rebounds. He passes the ball well. And I love his grit. I think that's the one thing I see in him that I don't really see a lot in Luka and Joker and a lot of the other European guys is he's got a certain fire to him that makes it like it's not intimidating to the other guys, but it shows that he come here to play. He come here to fight. He's not just going back down. And I think getting an All-NBA nod, getting an All-Star nod this year, it set the tone for him getting respect in the league where when you see the scouting report, it ain't no regular scouting report for him. You better do this or he's going to kill us. You better pay attention to this. You better deny this. If he gets it over here, we need to double. All of these things now happen when he's playing the game. And I think that's important for a player like that in Portland. We have the conversation about what is Dame going to do? How is he going to respect his decision for this to be his particular franchise now? I think you just need to get on the bus and see where it goes at this point. Because we've been on the Dame train before. And so right now it's like, all right, what are we going to do now that we got a new driver? We're going to hoop this, what was the exhibit show? Pimp my ride. We're gonna pimp this ride.
36 as a Achilles tonight.
Yeah, you can't get on that bus no more. It ain't the same bus.
We know you like fish, so we put a fish tank.
Put a fish tank in the back seat. So yeah, I like Deni and everything that he's doing, man.
But it shows that the Wizards don't know what they doing as an organization. What are the Wizards doing? You didn't see this in this guy?
Anthony Davis has that same question at this very moment.
Yeah, man. And it started I like that these teams are now having respect because even with the Hornets, you see the Hornets on your, it's just the Hornets.
Yeah.
Portland is same old, but now you got to get up for these games or you're going to end up having 40 on your head. So it brings the NBA up when these small cities or whatever you want to call it, teams are in the playoffs and they're playing well. It's exciting. And they're on the same boat as the Hornets. They got a lot of talent over there.
Yeah.
A lot of talent. And they starting to figure it out. And for Dame, you don't want him to be the guy to mess up the ship. Because it's only going to be bad for him. I don't think you would get rid of a Demi for Dame right now. So this is his team. And I think next year they're going to have more confidence. You just got to look out for Portland, for real.
So to me, to your point, of all those Euro-type players, Avdija is the best athlete. He's better athletically than Luka or Joker.
Yep.
He's more like
and he plays more American athlete style.
You do feel Cooper.
Right? And Luka and Joker play some out of rhythm kind of in the lane, and it's genius because it works, but you can't time it.
They got no lift for it.
You grow up and when you're playing defense in high school and college, this is the way it works.
Yeah.
This is the rhythm of the game is like this.
It's like boxing. Like, you know the 1, 2, 3, you know the count.
And maybe you get in the lane and you do one up fake, but then you shoot it, right? And you can time it. And with Luka, I don't know what he's doing in the lane, but it works, right. Obviously. But he doesn't have real foot quickness.
Yeah.
Avdija has foot quickness.
Yeah.
He can blow by people and play with strength and athletic ability and defend with athletic ability that these guys can't. And all I know is that I know Wemby didn't play, but they did go to San Antonio on January the 3rd, and Avdija had 29, 10, and 10. So he had a triple-double at San Antonio, but no Wemby. I got it. It's Luke Cornett trying to...
No, it's Castle and those guys out there trying to guard.
They're tough.
It's them.
Yeah.
I noticed that when they was cooking the Clippers the last 2 games.
Yeah.
But that playoff spot, they was...
And the other thing about Portland that you point out is that they went 7 deep during the regular season in double-digit scorers. Because Caleb Love comes in, he averaged 10 a game.
I forgot about Caleb.
Okay, so...
What the hell?
So it is kind of Charlotte-esque. It maybe not quite the star power that Charlotte has, but...
I think it's more San Antonio-esque.
Okay, yeah.
They have from Scoot to Caleb to Jrue to Shaden to Jeremy, to Kamara, to Klingham.
Hey.
Then I haven't said Deni yet. This is all the background players. No. They have some guys that can. Then Williams. You can't forget Williams.
He's there. Yeah.
He's there. He does his job.
He does.
And they think they show up.
In double digits.
Yeah. Okay. And look, I'm a Chauncey fan. And he gave them their foundation, and I wish he was still there. But I know Tiago Splitter, and I'm happy for him, and it's intriguing that he was obviously a former Spur for 5 years and did win 1 championship with the big 3 there.
I remember
2014, and it's funny to me that he's going back to San Antonio as the coach of the Portland Trailblazers. That's crazy.
He was a top pick for them, San Antonio. He was, for a while, a great prospect.
Yeah.
Taking over all the turmoil, obviously Chauncey.
Yep.
But
put on leave after the federal gambling pro.
It make you forget it. Yeah,
the way they playing.
And if they can show up. Let's just say
it's my
team. It's my team. I want to be biased because I know what they can do, and it's not a lay down series by any means. No. When you say they were 1 and 3 again, 1 and 2, 1 and 2.
It was 3.
So you look at that particular series and you say no Wemby. But he's at what you said, 32, 10 and 10.
29, 10.
29, 10 and 10.
No,
and I'm looking at, all right, no Wemby, but you still got Castle, Vassell. You still got Johnson and Carter Bryant, and still defenders, still guys who, hey, Denny's coming in town. We're going to Denny's. He's trying to eat.
But Wemby will be here, and Wemby will play.
And we're going to clean it up. So they have to change their dynamic as far as what I see the Spurs do against them. It's cut off all angles with Deni, make him a passer, make all of those guys who may have shot the ball well last night.
Yeah.
But I think they shot the ball well because Phoenix is such a terrible defensive team.
They are.
And you look at the Spurs and how they cut off angles and then they get back out to shooters. They close out. They force you to put the ball on the floor. You got Shaden Sharp. You got Jeremy Grant. They're not mid-range shooters. They're not those type of guys. And then you got a guy like Jrue Holiday. He can shoot the 3, but he would much rather set his teammates up. Then he would love to catch and shoot and have easy shots, but I think it's going to be a tough game, tough series for them. But they got potential to push it to at least 6.
I was going to say they could win a couple of games.
Yeah.
And Deni said that after the game, said, look, they don't have playoff experience. We don't really have playoff experience either.
So for
it is what it is. We're going to come in hungry, ready to go. But let's talk about Jrue Holiday. We talked about Jrue yesterday, his impact with the Bucks and kind of, him leaving Milwaukee and that team starting to spiral. Holiday won a chip with the Bucks in his first year in Milwaukee, got traded to the Blazers for Dame, then immediately shipped to the Celtics, helped Boston win a chip in his first season with the team, went on to sign an extension, became the 4th player in league history to get a $100+ million extension at age 33 or older. Then traded back to the Blazers for Anthony Simons this past offseason, helped guide Portland to their first winning season and playoff appearance since 2021, despite dealing with injuries in the season. Played, I think, around 50 games. Also just one of 3 players to win multiple titles in the 2020s. And won titles with 2 different franchises, one with KCP and Alex Caruso, the other players to do that. So when you look at Jrue, does Jrue Holiday deserve more credit for his impact on the court?
100%. 100%. I just loved his post-game presser. So much humility, so much passion. You can see that he was focused on getting the job done. And I think that showed from opening tip. He was ready to go. He was engaged. His attention to detail as far as knowing where to be to stop these guys. We talked yesterday briefly about him being the guy that would do certain things defensively that are uncommon to the naked eye and in the audience that don't know why he's over here and not over there guarding this guy. He clogs the lane. He got so many deflections and strips during the times where Jalen Green over-penetrated. Devin Booker thinks that he's got his 2-dribble pull-up. There's Jrue Holiday. Nobody on that Blazers team got taken advantage of because you have a rover. I call it the rover. A rover in Jrue Holiday who's always kind of in the way when you think you got a one-on-one situation. And we talk about winning pedigree. Jrue has shown over and over again, even when he was playing in New Orleans, I think that passion was overlooked based on all the injuries that they had down there and the changes. And it just being New Orleans, he goes to Milwaukee, he gets a bona fide killer that he gets to play with, and he gets other players who understand how to play the game of basketball. When you play with basketball players, it's so easy to play the game because you don't have to overindulge and overdo things. You don't have to go average a triple-double. You do your job, what you actually love to do. And Jrue loves to play defense. He loves to play the point guard position traditionally. Let me get here. Let me figure out who's hot. Let me figure out where your spot is. What do you like? And I think he has so much talent with Portland where he has his pick of the litter. I can go do my thing when I'm ready, but man, I got Shaedon Sharpe for the alley-oop. Man, I got Kamara who can shoot this 3. I can do so many things. So you go back to Boston, you win a championship with guys who got close but didn't know how to take it over the top. Let me show you guys what we need to do. We need to sit on this nail. We need to, Jalen, you go do your thing. I got your back. Hey, Tatum, we need defensive rebounds. You need to be rebounding. Don't be hanging out in the three-point line. Go get the boards. And I think that veteran leadership from Jrue, man, it spreads like wildfire. And it showed last night. And like you said, they're not going to win a championship. But 3-4 years from now, his leadership is going to spread, whether he's on that team or not. It's like a CP3. Once you get a dose of what it's like to be around the basketball mind, you don't forget it, and it sticks around. So I love everything Jrue's doing, man. Kudos to you, bro.
I think Jrue is he is best at being like the third, fourth guy. When you try to make him the star of the team, that's when that's not his niche. He got a lot of Rondo in him, as in the captain, the leadership, the anchor of the defense and all that, how to run a team. I think early on when in Philly and New Orleans, when you was trying to make him the all-star and star of the team, I don't think that's his lane. But you get players, like he said, basketball players around him. Right now, he'll be a perfect fit for Minnesota or something like that. People that need that one piece away. But he's for sure. What he's doing, Jrue, he changed the game. He changed his teams. He's a captain. He's a leader. He talks. He know how to give players confidence. He's there to Demi, he's there uplifting these guys, giving them confidence.
That's the confidence. Yeah. That's it.
So you would love to have a guy like him on your team for sure.
San Fernando Valley legend.
He is.
Was the manager of the tennis team at Campbell Hall High School.
Wow.
People may not know that.
Wow.
Was manager of the tennis team.
What is your job for that?
Huh?
Just make sure the ball machine
Work
on.
with the coaching staff, make sure
Wait, he was the manager
the
of the
rackets
tennis
are,
team?
yeah, you know,
Water boy.
make sure the hydration, make sure the tennis balls are stocked fully loaded. But
You know, he's never been a superstar, obviously, but I think you could qualify him as a star.
Yeah.
But as a star, his intangibles are the highest on the star level I've ever seen. I'm talking about all the intangibles, the unteachables, the uncoachables. You use the word anchor. He just anchors teams with his leadership and all the rub off on everybody because everybody trusts him, and he's the timeliest big stage player I think I've ever seen because he picks, like you said, he just controls the game. He's going to pick spots. We need a bucket here. I'm going to get it. I will figure out how to make a shot now, or I need to get Deni the ball where he needs to have the ball, and he has no ego that I can detect at all. Like no ego, and you just don't see no ego in a player of that magnitude with that kind of those credentials and those rings. He doesn't handle himself. All his interviews, it's total humility, and it rubs off because he's just showing all those kids this is the way. This is how you do it. Didn't that feel good last night? Yeah, that felt good.
Yes.
Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. And they are so blessed to have him as their anchor, and I wish they could. Now they're just running into the behemoth, so I'm afraid the buck stops here, so to speak. But
you guys think the Blazers can steal a few from the Spurs squad and the series a little bit?
It's going to demand some focus. The way they played last night, they going to have to lock in. It ain't going to be an easy. Like we was talking about yesterday, like the easy road. If we take this easy road, and like ain't no easy road in the playoff. Ain't no easy road, right?
You know the crucial one is game one because it is Wemby's first ever, and Portland's going to go in there on rhythm, like they're starting to catch real fire. And if they could steal the first one, then you have to play uphill for a long time, right? So that's, I think isn't it Saturday, Josiah?
Yep,
I think it is.
Saturday.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go on the wing and piggyback off of Iman Shumpert, who said a lot of these championships come on the back of your role players.
Oh, for sure.
And how well your role players play.
Yeah.
And so if Deni is your star, if Wemby's your star, and we talk about let's cancel them out, they're going to show up or not show up. The game is going to be decided by the Dylan Harpers, the Castles,
They will,
the Shaden Sharps, Scoot Hendersons, the Klingham's.
You got to win 1 or 2 games for them.
They have to show up. So that's going to be the balance sheet is going to be who outplays whose bench.
Yeah.
How our bench plays, how the coaching style of how you sub. And who's going to be those matchups? Because we talked yesterday like, oh, your individual matchup. No, man, it's team scouting report. It's how the teams actually coach this game, the style that they actually match up with. How often is Wemby going to be matched up against Williams? And is that a good matchup for Wemby? And if Klingham is against Wemby, he's trying to push him under the rim to get offensive rebounds the whole game. That's going to be a bang-em for him.
Yep.
That's not just a cakewalk for Wemby. You got on the other end of the floor, though. Wemby's going to be, I'm going to be handling this ball. But look, we got 6 fouls to give up. I got fouls to give up on you, Wemby. We're cool with this. I could beat you up, you know. But it's going to be one of them games where the deciding factor is going to be the role players.
And you feel like Wemby probably be able to shut down a lot of Deni Avdija's penetration to the cup.
Like in
those guys are going to have to step up.
He will.
Vegas, the Cup.
The NBA Cup?
Yeah, when New York, the Clarkson and what call it came.
That's going to be the difference, though. Driving, kicking, making sure Wemby stays in the paint. But if you're going to have Klingham down there, it ain't going to help you because I can actually help and get back to mine. But if you got Jeremy Grant playing the 4, stretching it out, and Williams, I don't know if he's shooting threes or not like that, but you can't play traditional big in the box, big in the doghouse, and try to beat the Spurs with Wemby down there. You need to bring him out of the paint where they're actually driving the ball and playing to their strengths.
And then most teams now are playing Wemby with a mid-level guy, like a 6'6" guy, like Caruso plays him, and you put some, because he's gonna play outside a lot, and you need somebody who can get up in him, but the height doesn't matter.
Jrue Holiday.
But maybe.
I think he takes that challenge
with him. Yeah, he would.
Just to keep him on the perimeter.
Jeremy Grant on him.
Jeremy Grant would. I think Jeremy would challenge it. Kamara, though, I think Kamara's actually their defender.
Anyway, it would be better than Phoenix. Yeah. If Spurs was playing Phoenix, I think that would have
Phoenix laid down.
Yeah, that would have been 4 or 5 out for sure.
That's a sweep.
That's
a clean sweep. That's why I picked the Blazers, because I knew it was going to be a good series for them not only to go and win the game, but the next series is going to be San Antonio Blazers. That's going to be a sleeper. It's going to be a sleeper series.